The Pipeline Discovery: How One Crash Landing Revealed America's Hidden Fuel Empire. Welcome back to Untold Vietnam Chronicles, where we uncover the most incredible infrastructure secrets that kept America's war machine running during the Vietnam conflict. Tonight, we're exploring one of the most astounding logistical discoveries ever made: the hidden network of underground fuel pipelines and secret refineries built throughout Vietnam that sustained massive air operations while remaining completely invisible to enemy forces. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more shocking revelations about the secret infrastructure that made modern warfare possible. Like this video if you want to discover how Captain David Chen's emergency crash landing led to the accidental discovery of a vast subterranean fuel network that had been operating beneath Vietnam for years, proving that America's greatest military secret wasn't a weapon, but the invisible pipeline system that kept every aircraft flying. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love connecting with our global community of military infrastructure researchers. Now prepare yourself for the most mind-blowing logistics story ever documented, because tonight we're exploring the discovery that revealed how America had essentially rebuilt Vietnam's underground geography to create the world's most sophisticated fuel distribution system in the middle of a war zone. Chapter 1. The Emergency Landing. Captain David Chen was returning from his 73rd combat mission over North Vietnam on September 12, 1968, when engine failure forced an emergency landing in what appeared to be uninhabited jungle terrain 40 kilometers southwest of Da Nang Air Base. Chen's F-4 Phantom had suffered catastrophic hydraulic failure during aerial combat with North Vietnamese MiG-21 fighters, leaving him with limited control authority and rapidly decreasing fuel while his wingman provided escort toward the nearest emergency airfield. The forced landing occurred in dense jungle that offered no apparent landing sites, but Chen spotted what appeared to be a small clearing that might accommodate his damaged aircraft if he could execute a controlled crash without causing total destruction. Chen's touchdown was harder than planned, with his aircraft sliding through the jungle canopy before coming to rest against what he initially believed was a natural rock formation, but quickly realized was an artificially constructed concrete structure. The crash site revealed his aircraft had struck an unmarked concrete facility that appeared to be some type of industrial installation, but its purpose and origin were completely unknown, while Chen found himself alone in hostile territory with a damaged radio. Chen's immediate survival situation required him to assess his location and condition while determining whether the concrete structure represented friendly facilities or enemy installations that might threaten his safety and operational security. His initial exploration of the facility revealed sophisticated construction that exceeded what he expected to find in remote jungle terrain, while the installation's purpose remained unclear despite obvious signs of recent activity and maintenance. Chapter 2. The Underground Discovery. Chen's investigation of the concrete facility led him to discover a concealed entrance that revealed an extensive underground complex containing sophisticated fuel processing and storage equipment that exceeded anything he had seen at conventional military installations. The underground facility included massive fuel storage tanks, pipeline distribution systems, and refining equipment that suggested industrial-scale petroleum operations, while the complex's existence had been completely unknown to Chen despite his extensive flight operations in the region. Chen's exploration revealed that the facility was unmanned but recently active, with automatic systems continuing to operate sophisticated fuel processing equipment, while pipeline networks connected the installation to unknown destinations throughout the region. The underground complex included detailed maps and documentation that revealed an extensive network of similar facilities connected by buried pipelines that created a comprehensive fuel distribution system spanning hundreds of kilometers throughout South Vietnam. Chen discovered that the pipeline network connected major air bases, helicopter facilities, and ground operations through buried fuel lines that could supply petroleum products without requiring vulnerable surface transportation that enemy forces could target. The documentation revealed that the underground fuel network had been operating for over 3 years while maintaining complete operational security through concealment techniques that kept the entire system invisible to enemy surveillance and intelligence gathering. Most remarkably, Chen found evidence that the underground facilities included automated refining capabilities that could process crude oil into aviation fuel, diesel, and other petroleum products using equipment that exceeded what conventional military logistics could provide. Chapter 3. The Scale Revelation. Chen's continued exploration revealed that the underground fuel network represented one of the largest construction projects in military history, involving thousands of workers and billions of dollars in infrastructure that had been built in complete secrecy. The pipeline system included over 2,000 kilometers of buried fuel lines connecting dozens of underground facilities, while the network's capacity exceeded the fuel consumption of all American air operations combined during peak combat periods. Chen discovered documentation indicating that the fuel network had been constructed using civilian contractors and foreign workers who had been sworn to secrecy, while the project's existence was classified at levels that exceeded normal military operational security. The underground facilities included sophisticated safety systems, environmental controls, and security measures that suggested long-term strategic planning, while the network's construction had required extensive geological surveys and engineering expertise. Chen found evidence that the pipeline network connected to offshore facilities and international supply sources, while the system's capacity suggested preparation for military operations that exceeded current force levels and operational requirements. The documentation revealed that the underground fuel system included redundant pathways and emergency storage that could sustain American air operations even if conventional supply lines were completely disrupted by enemy action or strategic bombing. Most significantly, Chen discovered that the fuel network included facilities for producing synthetic petroleum products using advanced chemical processes that could create aviation fuel from alternative sources if traditional supply chains were compromised. Chapter 4. The Secret Workers. Chen's investigation revealed evidence of a vast workforce that had constructed and maintained the underground fuel network while operating under security conditions that kept their activities completely hidden from enemy intelligence and public awareness. The facility documentation included personnel records indicating that construction workers had been recruited from multiple countries while maintaining strict compartmentalization that prevented individuals from understanding the full scope of the project. Chen discovered that the underground facilities were maintained by automated systems and minimal personnel who lived in concealed quarters, while their existence was protected by security measures that exceeded conventional military operational security. The workforce evidence included sophisticated rotation systems that brought workers to Vietnam for limited periods while ensuring that no individual possessed comprehensive knowledge of the fuel network's extent or capabilities. Chen found documentation of elaborate cover stories and false documentation that disguised the true purpose of construction activities while presenting the projects as civilian infrastructure development or humanitarian aid programs. The personnel systems included extensive background investigations and psychological evaluations that ensured worker reliability, while compensation packages provided financial incentives that exceeded what conventional employment could offer. Most remarkably, Chen discovered evidence that many workers had been recruited from oil industry backgrounds, while their expertise enabled construction of refining facilities that exceeded what military engineering could accomplish using standard procedures. Chapter 5. The Engineering Marvel. The underground fuel facilities revealed engineering capabilities that exceeded what conventional military construction could accomplish, while demonstrating technological innovations that challenged Chen's understanding of logistical possibilities. The pipeline system utilized advanced materials and construction techniques that provided corrosion resistance and structural integrity, while buried installations included environmental protections that prevented contamination and detection by enemy forces. Chen discovered that the underground facilities included sophisticated filtration and purification systems that could process contaminated fuel, while refining capabilities enabled production of multiple petroleum products from single crude oil sources. The engineering documentation revealed automated control systems that could manage fuel distribution throughout the network, while optimizing flow rates and pressure levels that maximized efficiency and operational capability. Chen found evidence of advanced construction techniques that enabled rapid installation of buried pipelines, while minimizing surface disruption that might reveal construction activities to enemy surveillance or intelligence gathering. The facilities included backup power systems and emergency procedures that could maintain operations even during combat conditions, while redundant systems ensured continued fuel supply despite equipment failures or enemy attacks. Most impressively, Chen discovered that the underground network included real-time monitoring capabilities that could track fuel consumption and distribution, while optimizing supply allocation based on operational requirements and strategic priorities. Chapter 6. The Strategic Impact. Chen's analysis of facility documentation revealed that the underground fuel network had fundamentally altered American strategic capabilities while providing fuel security that exceeded what conventional logistics could accomplish through standard supply procedures. The pipeline system enabled American forces to maintain high operational tempo without vulnerability to supply line interdiction, while fuel availability exceeded consumption rates even during peak combat operations. Chen discovered that the fuel network had influenced major strategic decisions, including base locations and operational planning, while commanders could deploy forces without concern for fuel supply limitations that might otherwise constrain military operations. The strategic documentation revealed that the underground system provided fuel independence that eliminated reliance on vulnerable sea lanes and surface transportation, while reducing enemy opportunities to disrupt American operations through logistical attacks. Chen found evidence that the fuel network enabled rapid force deployment and sustained operations in remote areas, while the system's capacity exceeded what enemy forces believed possible through conventional supply analysis. The strategic impact included operational flexibility that allowed American commanders to conduct simultaneous operations throughout Vietnam, while fuel availability never became a limiting factor for tactical planning or operational execution. Most significantly, Chen discovered that the underground fuel system provided strategic reserves that could sustain American operations for extended periods, while ensuring that fuel shortages would never force operational limitations or strategic withdrawals. Chapter 7. The Security Measures. The underground fuel facilities included security systems that exceeded conventional military installation protection, while employing innovative techniques that kept the network's existence completely hidden from enemy intelligence and surveillance. Chen discovered that the facilities utilized camouflage and concealment methods that made surface installations virtually undetectable, while buried pipelines included protection against both accidental discovery and deliberate enemy attempts at location and destruction. The security documentation revealed multiple layers of operational security that included false documentation, cover stories, and compartmentalized information that prevented comprehensive knowledge of the network's extent or capabilities. Chen found evidence of counterintelligence operations that monitored for enemy attempts to discover the fuel network, while security personnel maintained surveillance of areas where pipeline construction or maintenance activities might be observed. The security measures included automated systems that could detect unauthorized access, while emergency procedures enabled rapid shutdown of facilities if enemy discovery threatened operational security or personnel safety. Chen discovered that the fuel network included deception operations that created false information about conventional fuel supplies, while enemy intelligence analysis was systematically misdirected away from underground facilities and pipeline systems. Most remarkably, the security systems included provisions for destroying critical facilities and documentation if capture became imminent, while ensuring that enemy forces could never gain comprehensive understanding of the network's capabilities or strategic significance. Chapter 8. The Cover-Up. Chen's rescue from the crash site initiated a comprehensive cover-up operation that classified his discovery while ensuring that the underground fuel network's existence remained protected despite his inadvertent exposure to the classified infrastructure. The rescue operation included security personnel who immediately classified Chen's crash site discovery while implementing procedures that would prevent any disclosure of the underground facilities or pipeline network that he had accidentally encountered. Chen was debriefed by intelligence specialists who classified his discovery at levels exceeding normal operational security, while ensuring that his knowledge of the fuel network would never be disclosed through official channels or personal communication. The cover-up included modification of Chen's official crash report while eliminating any reference to the underground facilities or documentation that he had discovered during his survival period at the concealed installation. Chen found himself bound by security oaths that exceeded normal military classification, while his knowledge of the fuel network became a permanent security burden that would affect his remaining military service and post-service career opportunities. The cover-up operation included monitoring of Chen's activities and communications, while security personnel ensured that his accidental discovery would never compromise the operational security of America's most important logistical achievement. Most significantly, Chen learned that his discovery had been anticipated by security planners, while procedures existed for managing personnel who accidentally encountered the underground fuel network during emergency or combat situations. Chapter 9. The Network Operations. Chen's limited exposure to network operations revealed that the underground fuel system operated with efficiency and reliability that exceeded conventional military logistics, while providing fuel distribution capabilities that enabled unprecedented operational flexibility. The automated systems managed fuel flow throughout the pipeline network, while optimizing distribution based on real-time consumption data and operational requirements that changed constantly as military activities intensified or decreased. Chen discovered that the network included predictive systems that could anticipate fuel requirements based on operational planning, while ensuring adequate supplies were available before tactical operations required increased consumption rates. The operations documentation revealed coordination between underground facilities and conventional supply systems, while the network supplemented rather than replaced traditional logistics through invisible enhancement of fuel availability. Chen found evidence that network operations included quality control and testing procedures that ensured fuel quality exceeded specifications, while refining capabilities eliminated contamination and optimization enhanced performance characteristics. The operational systems included maintenance procedures that could repair and upgrade facilities without interrupting fuel distribution, while redundant capabilities ensured continued operations despite equipment failures or combat damage.
Most impressively, Chen learned that network operations included strategic planning capabilities that could model fuel requirements for hypothetical military scenarios, while ensuring adequate capacity for future operations that exceeded current force levels. Chapter 10. The Legacy. Secret. Chen's post-war career included permanent security restrictions related to his accidental discovery, while the underground fuel network's existence remained classified long after the Vietnam conflict ended and strategic justification for secrecy had diminished. The network's post-war fate remained unknown to Chen, while security restrictions prevented him from learning whether the underground facilities had been maintained, abandoned, or transferred to other organizations for continued operation. Chen's legacy included responsibility for maintaining secrecy about infrastructure that had fundamentally altered American strategic capabilities, while his accidental discovery remained one of the most closely guarded secrets of the Vietnam conflict. The fuel network represented engineering and logistical achievements that exceeded public understanding of American capabilities, while the project's success demonstrated that massive infrastructure development could be accomplished in secret even during active military operations. Chen's knowledge of the underground system provided him with unique understanding of American strategic capabilities, while his security restrictions prevented him from sharing information that might influence public understanding of military logistics and infrastructure development. The network's existence challenged conventional understanding of military logistics while proving that strategic infrastructure could be developed in complete secrecy, even when involving thousands of workers and billions of dollars in construction costs. Most significantly, Chen's discovery revealed that America's greatest military achievements might be the invisible infrastructure systems that enable conventional operations rather than the weapons and tactics that receive public attention and historical documentation. Epilogue. The Hidden Foundation. Captain David Chen's accidental discovery of the underground fuel network revealed that America's military success in Vietnam depended more on invisible infrastructure than visible firepower, while the most important military achievements remained completely hidden from public knowledge. The underground pipeline system represented engineering capabilities that exceeded what civilian industry had accomplished, while demonstrating that military logistics could achieve strategic advantages through infrastructure development that exceeded conventional understanding.
Chen's discovery influenced his understanding of military power, while revealing that strategic capabilities depended on foundation systems that remained invisible to enemy analysis and public awareness of military operations and achievements. The fuel network's success proved that massive infrastructure projects could be accomplished in complete secrecy while providing strategic advantages that exceeded what conventional military capabilities could accomplish through standard logistical approaches. Modern military logistics includes lessons learned from the underground fuel network, while contemporary infrastructure development continues building upon engineering techniques and security procedures that were pioneered during the Vietnam conflict. Chen's legacy includes unique knowledge of America's greatest logistical achievement, while his security restrictions ensure that comprehensive details of the underground fuel network remain classified despite the strategic lessons that could benefit future infrastructure development. Today, the underground fuel network serves as an example of what military engineering can accomplish when supported by adequate resources and security, while demonstrating that invisible infrastructure often provides more strategic value than visible military capabilities. Chen's story reminds us that the greatest military secrets might be the foundation systems that enable conventional operations, while proving that strategic advantage often depends on infrastructure development that remains completely hidden from enemy analysis. The pipeline discovery revealed that America's military success required rebuilding entire regions through invisible infrastructure, while demonstrating that the most important battles are often won through engineering rather than conventional combat operations and tactical achievements.